And it is on. GSL versus Casper once again, top left of the map. In our best of 3, we have the Casper player. It is
삼성카 Ro32.
Really late first drone, by the way. I wanted to point this out because I think this is very important. Made his first drone about 3 in-game seconds after the SCV. Something weird went on there, so that could add up. His opponent, though, made it on time. He's from the team Startail. A lot more experience in StarCraft 2. He is
Startail.
By the way, one thing about the Startail guys is apparently they really push each other and go to the gym really often. Apparently like every day. Just working out a little bit, doing cardio or whatever. Just trying to keep fit. Which in my opinion really helps if in any sport. So yeah, also in esports, if you are like really fit to a certain extent and too lazy, I think it helps you with a daily schedule, with just waking up, being ready.
You feel good about yourself.
Exactly,
you know?
having this mindset and this competitive edge. So I really think this shows as well. So I like this. I like this quite a lot. They push each other. We've heard and also seen that in the Slayers team, for example.
Yeah.
The one force behind all this was always Boxer, who made sure that his players would get up in the morning, would go for a run with him, actually like setting the pace. And a lot of them didn't really like that. When he talked to them in the usual, they were like, I have to wake up tomorrow really early and have to do it. But they all agreed that it really helped them.
Yeah, it's been scientifically proven that there's a release of chemicals when you exercise that, you know, kind of gets your mind off things. It's a good time for you to think. For example, if you're running, for example, it's just a great way to take a break from the game and do something that's good for your body outside of the game, and that's so important. I think I'm so glad you mentioned that, because it's something that isn't talked about enough. This Overlord will see the command center, by the way.
Yeah, the Overlord spots the command center that we currently see for Hack, and let's see how he's going to follow this up. If we see the double gas, or if we have him opening with additional barracks. Both of them possible. The different styles. And a couple of pictures here being shot by Squirtle.
Yeah, he's quite popular and famous.
So right now we actually have a lot of more people. Now that the Casper players are joining StarCraft 2, I had a look at the press area here at the GSL studio a little bit earlier. And there are a lot more reporters right now and editors just for taking pictures and writing articles about the WCS here. It's pretty cool to watch. It just grows.
Yeah. By the way, I wanted to mention that, you know, there's a guy who goes by the ID of Yuda, who takes a lot of pictures, but also does a lot of interviews and posts results. And if you want to get results, I think he moved his results, for those of you guys who used to follow him, to a Twitter that's now just at Leveltory. So if you want to check that out, you can get results on everything that's happening in Korea, basically, and even outside of Korea. He updates those results oftentimes literally as they happen. One of the best ways to stay up to date.
He has both, but I think the Ethan An account is the one that's... I personally follow only this one.
Yeah, I think he stopped tweeting results there and just put it into Leveltory. And either way, if you want to follow those, I think it's really cool. Don't do it if you're one of those people who doesn't want to be spoiled, though, because he will spoil everything. He actually posts every result of every important tournament ever.
Yeah. His Twitter account, guys, by the way, is Ethan An. Ethan, of course, with a TH, and An, AHN as well. So Ethan_An. And yeah, this guy, he tweets about everything, and he's basically at every event that happens in Korea. So be it a qualifier for the OSL, the GSL, Code A, whatever, WCS, he'll be there, and he'll tweet pictures and just make sure that everyone knows about what's going on.
Yeah, he posts interviews on leveltory.com as well. Double gas at the natural for our Zerg player here, and the SCV hides from the drone. And he's like, wait a minute, I don't have anything to be afraid of. Ooh, he's going to bunker at the behind. And send in just 3 Marines across the map. This is kind of Keen style a little bit, but in a way, I like it.
Really sneaky. Keen usually does it mostly against Protoss these days. But this is very interesting, and the thing is, it's really dangerous. And the third base, I don't think he can hold. I don't think he saw the SCV. If he doesn't scout immediately, he will lose this base.
Yeah, he hit the SCV from the drone, so he didn't see that. And the creep here is not actually going to reveal these Marines. Wow. And this means that he could actually wait until the hatchery is finished before he goes in. I think that's exactly what he's going to do.
If he wants to kill it, he needs more, though. This is not enough to take down the hatch. And also, with the Hellion support, this is not enough. There are only 4 Hellions. It depends on whether he wants to sneak them into the main base.
Exactly, yeah. If the Queens come out to kill the bunker, then he can go into the main. So this is really testing Roro here. He has to make a choice. Oh, this is such a frustrating position to be in as Roro. He doesn't know, you know, if he moves his queens to kill the bunker with some lings and uses the transfuses, then the Hellions come into his main. He doesn't have a spine core up yet. He's making one. Or he says, all right, I've got the spine on the way, so this is going to be fine. But the spine's not done yet. There's only one of them.
The Hellions are on the move. They are trying to get into the main base now. The Queens, of course, starting to attack the bunker. It's being repaired. But here come the Hellions backed into the corner. And oh my god, he traps most of them. No, he doesn't trap them. He traps one on the choke, and that's all there is to it. Now he has 3 Hellions in the base and nothing to defend.
Only one queen died, killing the bunker on the other screen. And more Hellions killing drones. There's not much answer for these. He's not done yet.
No, he's not done yet. 3 of them still going strong. And of course, Roro now, he is kind of lining them up.
Yeah, these aren't vultures, man. These are Hellions.
This is too much damage. Well, 13 killed, 13 in total. And now suddenly our Terran player is ahead in worker supply with 40 to 38.
And look at this, man. He's going to go for the drones again. The Queen's out of position once more. He's even got Marine support this time, so it's even deadlier.
Oh,
and all these drones are going to die.
He kills all of them. This is Korean barbecue right there, guys. This is how it looks like. Drones are dying, they are burning, and there's no fire extinguisher nearby.
No, there's nothing to put out the fire. Once the drones are dead, nothing will bring them back to life. And the drones try to flee again, but they're lined up. He's going to be so careful with those. He lost even more now, 10 on the way. 28 workers killed, and even with all the larvae spending to remake them, this means a follow-up attack will be even stronger.
Exactly, and the problem that he is of course facing is that we not only do we have the double bases here for our Terran player, he's getting his 3rd up, and we have him with a worker supply of 49 against 43, and this is completely neglecting the mules.
Yeah. Well, Roro cannot be happy. He's going to continue to spread his creep. That's one thing that the Terran player Hack was not able to deny with his Hellions. 1-1 is on the way for both players, slightly ahead for Hack. And he's really powering up the barracks right now. He's got so much economy, and he's going to start to use it. The Infestation Pit, yeah, that's out, but he's not going to be able to make Infestors and the supporting units for the Infestors on just 3 bases with the low drone count he has.
I was actually a little bit surprised that Hack was really able to sneak those Hellions in the main base, because his opponent scouted it. He saw it with the Watchtower, and he was aware that there were Hellions on the map. I would have expected him to use one of the Queens to block the position between the Evolution Chamber and the Spine Crawler that he built. But he didn't do it. He tried relying on a few Zerglings. It did not work out. And now, of course, he tries to transition into a composition of Infestors, Zerglings, and Banelings, which will be really strong here. But at the same time, Hack has all the time in the world. That's the problem right now.
Yeah, I like the Overlord block here. I mean, that's just one little thing that's going to help him, but
it's important.
Hack is so aggressive with his Hellions right now because he knows there are very few units on the map. He's sending them all over the place. He checks, he sees no 4th. He's got actually units on both sides for both 4ths. He's got a Hellion on the left side and on the right, making sure that no 4th base is taken that he doesn't know about.
Overlord is dying here. Of course, it takes some time until the creep is finally completely sealed, roughly a minute.
And Roro is still, he's spreading the creep out quite far. I mean, that's one thing that he has still not been able to deny. Even taking the Watchtower with the Queen, that doesn't happen all too often.
Double Viking here. Pretty curious if he goes for Overlord hunting or what he actually wants to do here.
Yeah, that is quite curious. Our army supply, though, this is really what tells the tale. 64 to 32. That's quite literally double.
But when we have not a single Infestor. Yeah. No Infestors, therefore no Fungals. Nice split so far with all the Marines that he has. And of course a great position here at the choke point, moving down, trying to kill those Queens. Moving back, just picking off the Marines. There's nothing that Roro can do at this point. Trying to get the Infestors now. Great trades here. 1 Marine against the Baneling. Take that one any day.
Yeah, it's always a bold move to make. Oh, he left the Marines behind. Those medevacs are at it again. Could have saved them. There was just enough spots in the medevac. 2 Marines inside wanted more leg room.
It's probably just there were the Marines trying to hit on the medevac pylon earlier, and she's like, no, I'm not kicking you guys up.
Well, they're not smart enough to realize that that's a 2-on-1 situation that'll never work.
Wow.
Haven't they seen A Beautiful Mind? Well,
great movie, by the way.
It is great. I highly recommend watching it if you haven't seen it yet. the Overlords are being cleaned up on the map. This is going to make drops even more deadly. And it turns out you're right. He is using the Vikings on two sides of the map to clean up both edges at once.
I love it, by the
cool.
way. This is something that a lot of Terran players have been neglecting in the past for reasons unknown, but he really makes sure that the Overlords are gone, and it just pays off. Those Vikings, of course, you delay your medivacs a little bit, but at the same time, the Vikings really pay off.
Yeah, he's just, he's doing a clean sweep here. He's got all the Overlords all the way on the left up to the top. And this is even not only clearing up the vision, but it may supply block him if he's not careful. Great fungal here.
Yeah, great fungal indeed. Of course those Marines are gonna die. But we have a... doesn't target the Banelings? No, but he once again tries to drop another Marine. He sacrifices Marines here and takes on the Banelings. Really well done by Hack. On the other hand, Ro32 now with a little bit more time to come back into the game though. He has the better Harvester count, he has his 3 bases, he's trying to get a 4th. His Hive tick is done, he's going Adrenal Glands, +2 attack upgrade, Great Aspire. Every upgrade in the book, he wants to go for this late game composition that he can use against his opponent with Corruptors, Brood Lords, and of course a little bit of ground support, especially the Infestors. So at this point, Hack cannot be complacent here. He's in a great position, but he needs to do some damage, and it would be ideal for him to attack before the Brood Lords out.
Exactly. I think we're going to see him do a similar attack to what we saw yesterday, where he sends small groups of units down the ramp, has the rest of his units in the concave at the top with siege tank support. Needs to start clearing up some of this creep. There's a huge counterattack, and this may not be enough Marines. He's definitely going to lose the siege tanks if they're targeted down.
This is actually getting really, really scary right now. We have Hack's army in a great position at the top right, and this is pretty scary, of course, for the Zerg player. He needs more time.
Yeah, he needs a lot more time. The Great Aspire is just now only finishing. He's got a lot of resources banked up right now. Does not have very many Corruptors, only 4 of them on the map.
And now, of course, they are morphing, but at the same time, Hack decides that it's time to move into his opponent's natural. Actually, the 4th base, the 3rd.
The rocks aren't killed, so this makes this even more difficult to actually defend. He's having to use so many fungals, the hatchery dies.
The hatch is down, and therefore the Broodlord's already too late, but of course Hack is preparing. Viking count is increasing, and this is a bad spot for Ro32 to be in. He has to be very careful, and he's losing way too many units before the Broodlords are actually able to join the battle. The 4th base dies as well, and now the Zerglings.
He's down on two hatcheries here, and he can't really do much, and this is all being done without even clearing up any of the creep. He's doing all of this on creep, and now the Broodlord's been spotted. The Viking count in total right now at 2 with the 3rd one on the way. He's going to be able to add extra production, though, if he wants to. He's got the money. He's even taking a 4th base right now.
He's in a great spot here. The Infestors are, of course, a little bit tricky. Another nice fungal for Ro32, but he lost so much, and his income is just completely crushed. Hack's income is so much better. Resources lost. Still fairly even, but the Zerg player down 10,000 resources against 9,000 for Hack.
He's getting ready to go for the second push. His army supply is up 20 here, 95 to 75, and the attack is going to be possibly deadly. I mean, he's got Vikings rallied through this as well, 4 at a time.
He has the extra production that you mentioned earlier with the second reactor that he added. He can now produce a lot of air units at the same time, and they will support his army greatly. He doesn't have ghosts against the Infestors, but still he has a great army here, good composition. He just needs to make sure that his army is not clustered up when those Infestors are starting to use the fungals.
Yeah, he just has to split a little bit, and this is going to be a great engagement for him. The Infestor count getting pretty high, though. He's got 9 of them. That's really, really important. I mean, he needs to get the bases up and get a few more Broodlords out right now.
Ro32 needs to win a big engagement. He needs to have a really huge victory now against his opponent and then take down the 4th base. If he can just get some momentum going for him, then he might be able to come back into this game. But at this point, he is really holding on for dear life. He needs all the gas. He's spending everything that he gets, and he's down on the 3 bases. The problem is also that the minerals in the main base are slowly but steadily running out here. So a big problem for him, and a really tough situation for him to deal with, even though the creep spread is still going strong.
Yeah, and tanks siege up here. He's not going to be able to break this. There's no way. Absolutely not. With Planetary there as well. Now he's losing drones, losing mining time at his base that he remade. Doesn't even have another base to run the drones to. Things are getting out of control here for Ro32. He needs a big victory to be able to do, to have any grasp on this game at all.
He's 30 supply behind. He's behind, of course, also in the bank that he currently has. And we even have a few... Well, not only the +2 attack upgrade now for the Vikings, but we also have 3 additional ones. We have another starport. We have 2 Thors. This is just too much. Hack is getting every single upgrade in the book, and he can do it. There's no way for Ro32 to actually get aggressive here and take the initiative. He has to wait for his opponent to move out, and this is always a very uncomfortable situation to be in.
The maxed out army, he's got so much bank building here. This is something that Ro does not have yet either. He's not going to be able to build a bank without an extra base. Every upgrade in the book for our Terran player Hack coming out here, getting building armor, +2
Vikings.
for ship weapons.
18 Vikings, and here we go. There they are, the Infestors and the Corruptors. The first Thor is also gone.
The
A
Baneling
double
hits-
drop now to the top left, already spotted by the tumors, of course.
And the Baneling hits were on Thors and Siege Tanks, not very cost efficient. He will catch these drops with Corruptors, but that's going to be a pretty small victory, but a pretty important one for Roro.
This was based... I'm not quite sure what Hack tried to achieve with this. If he just tried to go for position, he didn't actually get into a better position. And he was aware that his opponent just spotted everything that was going on with the Greek tumors. 7 additional Vikings. He's really committing to these air units. He has 23 right now.
Yeah, he's really taking control of the air, I would say. He's getting the ghosts out as well. This is something we talked about already. I'm so happy if ghosts are going to become more normal in this matchup again. Some special forces.
We don't have overseers now, so personal cloaking, he would not be able to spot it. Ah, nice. To the left side, the right side of the map, the other left. We have one Zergling being burrowed, and therefore just making sure that there's not a 5th base for the Terran player. But currently, Hack allows Roro to get a hold of this game. Well, to get at least back. Of course, the additional attack for Hack is great, and he's still in a good position. But supply-wise, the Zerg player is able to catch up.
Yeah, he can start to build a bank very soon once he gets maxed. He needs that base to the left side. He's taking the base to the right. I would like to see him take both, to be honest, against an army of this size. And now the ghosts are about to be shown. He needs to be very careful with his Infestors here. He doesn't know about them yet. Nice positioning here.
He needs to split those Vikings, and he does it. A second ago, he really clumped all of them up, and that could be horrible for him. Vikings are important, that's why he has 29 of them. 5 ghosts. And here we go, slowly and steadily from every single angle available.
All of them are EMP'd, every single one of them, except actually one. One has the energy to go for more bungles.
But the Corruptors, they die. The Corruptors are being focused now, and here we go, moving in, trying to take the Brood Lords apart. The supply drops for both of these players, and now the transitioner for Roro. He's going straight into Ultralisk. A good choice here, but he's losing a lot of supply. The Viking count is down to 12.
Yeah, he lost
Where
so many.
are they, though?
They died to the infested Terrans. Rather than using fungals, just dropped a bunch of infested Terrans and he flew them over those.
But where's the rest of them? He has 12. I can only see 3. Now he just had a few of them just coming back, but still he needs to make sure that these Broodlords are gone. Suddenly we have Roro in a supply lead. Hack was able to take down basically every single anti-air unit of his opponent, but he did not really take down the Broodlords. He could have done so much more.
Yeah, 4,000 resources more cost efficient than trading is the Zerg player. I think that's starting to show because he's had about that much less of money to mine. And the Ultralisk switch is going to catch him a little bit off guard right now. He's got some ghosts out. They can add some snipe DPS, but not if they die like this.
This is getting a little bit stressful here for Hack. He's able to take down the Broodlords of his opponent, flying once again into the infested Terrans, but at least he was able to take down all of the Broodlords. The last one survives for a few seconds, but then also he's biting the dust. But now we have Roro ahead in supply. He's on 4 bases against 5. Of course, his mining bases are much lower. But yeah, Hack could have solved this a little bit better. He's starting to fall behind here.
Yeah, he's really behind in bank as well. With all the mules he just dropped, he went from about 30 minerals to over 400 in just a few seconds. But he doesn't have the bank he once had. He's already used it. He's trying to rebuild his units. And the Zerg player is starting to feel a little bit more comfortable in his position.
He still has a lot more mining going, of course, with the mules that he has, but he needs to make sure that he gets a hold of this game again. He controlled it earlier, and he allowed his opponent to get back into it. Now, again, an attempt to use drop play, dropping the 4th immediately and trying to hit the 3rd as well. Nope, the Baneling is a bit too well positioned for him to do much damage.
The drop to the top right is also going to likely be shut down. He has not seen it yet. He doesn't have any Banelings, so he's got the Spine. If he actually targets the hatch, he may be able to get it after the Spine dies, but I think it'll buy him enough time. Pulls the drones away.
Where's the stim? He needs to use stim. And now, where's the focus? He tries to take that down, and he will.
He will, yep.
Well done. The hatch dies. Therefore, now one mining base, basically. The natural and the main base, they are mined out, so one mining base at this point for Roro. And Hack in this game, he's trying to make sure that there's no fifth base for his opponent. To the left side of the map, another drop, aiming straight for the hatch, but this time the Zerglies are a little bit faster, but not fast enough.
Not fast enough, no cancel.
They lose it.
This is starting to get a little bit hairy with Hack tripling the economy right now of the Zerg player. He needs to trade it very cost efficiently though. It's something he's not really been able to do this game. He's going to lose maybe some of these Vikings. He's got to be careful though. There's a lot of Marauders there that can take out an Infestor so fast.
12 Marauders in total. Supply lead now again for Hack, and oh my god, Roro really attacking into the funnel here. He's trying to drive a wedge between his opponent's armies, but this is not going to work at all. Just look at, he needs more patience here.
Yeah.
He lost a lot in the last fight and a lot of hit points as well.
He's got to be so careful moving these Infestors forward like that. Yeah, he gets the fungal, but he needs to get out of there right afterwards. That's something he's not been doing. And Hack has shown that he really does not like to declare a creep all that much. Oh, it's the return of the Marauder. You remember that Hero Marauder?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's back.
Cloud Kingdom.
Yeah.
30?
Yeah, something like that. Oh, well, the sequel's never as good as the original.
Yeah, I know. It's like, he tried, but he failed.
This
it's planetary... He couldn't live up to the reputation. I mean, it's a big shoes to fill.
Exactly. Just, you know, he got a little bit complacent after his success of his first big film.
Bam! Another base dead, and now the air is getting very thin for Roro. He's down 80 supply. He has no mining base. Let me double check that. Yes, he has basically no mining whatsoever. A few mineral patches are left, but here comes the big engagement. The Fundals immediately not only hitting the Marines, but also the Medivacs. We have Vikings on the ground against Ultralisks.
And it's GG.
GG, this is it.
The Vikings